Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show. Most people know me as the foul-mouthed shock jock from the Classic Metal Show, or the no-nonsense heavy metal critic from pitriff.com. Now you get to learn the other side. My first book, Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness, comes out on January 13th in paperback and digital formats on Amazon and iTunes. It details my real-world emotional struggles over a year that included a divorce after a quarter-century of marriage and the death of my father. It profiles things I did right, as well as a bevy of things that I did wrong with the help of alcohol, and how I found my way out of the muck of the emotional state that almost saw me commit suicide. Pre-order your copy of Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness today at www.chrisaikenbooks.com and get in touch with the more fallible side of me, Chris Aiken. Sounds happy, huh?
From their self-titled debut release, that is Metal Church with The Gods of Wrath. And this is Neeley, along with The God of Wrath, my good friend Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
You know what? I got to ask you a favor, dude.
What is that?
From now on, when we're coming out, like when we're getting ready to talk, make sure that you play a song that just absolutely sucks. You know, like anything from Nostradamus would work.
Why?
Yeah, because I get into the tunes and then I got to cut them, you know, to tune in, to flip over, to tune in. And it sounds like shit when I first connect, so I miss like the best parts of the song.
Oh, damn.
So like that one with Gods of Wrath, I was like all into it, and then you fucking clicked up here that 1 minute. I was like, fuck, I don't want to lose this song. Right. I would certainly give up on like Pestilence or any of that fucking Nostradamus horse shit.
Sure.
But
if you realize there is a method to my madness when it comes to the tunes that I pick to open the show. It's either relatable to the guest that we may or may not have on the show.
Sure.
Or if we don't have any guests, like tonight, I usually pick maybe one of my favorites or maybe something that I know you enjoy.
Sure. Well, start going with songs that we hate.
Like what?
I don't know. Anything by Kick Tracy. Faithfully by Mark Torian.
Okay.
You know, those I would have no problem dumping out of.
Sure.
None. But, you know, but no, everything's good over here. How are you?
Well, I ran a lot of miles this week. I'll tell you that.
I was going to say, what'd you do? About 3,000 miles this week?
It was 2,200.
Jesus Christ.
Between Sunday evening and early Friday morning, 2,200 miles.
Wow. Is that when you got back? Was yesterday morning?
I got home at 4 a.m. on the nose.
Wow.
4 a.m. Friday morning on the nose.
God, you should have swung by here. We were partying when you would have rolled through.
Well, I didn't come that direction. I was coming up from the south.
Okay.
I was coming up from New Orleans.
Right. So how you had fun, obviously. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into the one topic later.
Yeah. I got some photos that the fans of the Classic Metal Show and whomever is connected via the Facebook, we got something kind of fun to share in a way.
Yes, we do.
And that put me in a whole mood, and I'm not going to even go into it, but all day long, or I shouldn't say all day, a good part of my day today was spent on the conspiracy theory.
Really?
Yeah.
Documentaries?
I was YouTubing the documentaries.
Nice.
Yeah, it just kind of put me in that headspace, you know.
I'm sure it did.
Sure. So, I'll talk a little bit about my travels this week and some of the things that I've encountered and some of the photos that I took to share with the CMS fans.
Sure. It's awesome photos.
Yeah. And let's see, what else was... Oh, I during this afternoon, I found something that I had mentioned on the show about maybe a year ago, and I thought about it today. And I thought, oh, you know what? I meant to bring this to the show, so I went out and found this audio that I wanted to bring to the show a while ago to share with you. And I know it's something you'll appreciate once I start playing it and telling you what it is.
Okay, cool.
The drive, even though I drove a lot this week, was not so bad because the rental car I had was actually a really nice ride, and it had all the amenities and stuff. So it almost wasn't like driving.
So then your business didn't pay for it?
Oh, they did pay for it.
Oh, really?
But because
it's nice too, huh?
Yeah, but because I do so much business with the Enterprise rental, the girls over there hook me up with a nicer car than what we would normally pay for.
Because I was going to say, if it's your company, hey, here's your new Subaru Justy.
Yeah. No, it's just like, well, we got this sitting in the lot, and I think I could probably let you have that if you're going to be back by such and such a time.
Oh, nice. And you're like, yes, I will.
Yep, I definitely will. In fact, I was back a day early.
Wow, look at you.
So I saved the company $31.
Wow. I'm sure you won't get any love for that.
No, and I forgone one hotel stay. So actually, since they get the whole discount on the hotels and the cars, I actually saved them about $70, and then 1 day's worth of food. So I saved them about $100.
Wow.
I know.
You would think that they'd give you a promotion for that.
Right.
They'll say, well, if you could do it in this many days, maybe next time you do it in 2 days.
Exactly. Who are you mimicking there? What is that accent I detect?
It's just an accent I was making up. That's my boss accent.
Oh, is that what the boss accent?
That's not meant to sound like an Indian.
Oh.
Not at all. That's meant to sound like a boss.
Now, why did you choose Indian of all people?
I don't know. I was just talking to you and thinking about turbans, and it just came up.
Right.
I don't know. No reason.
Nice. All right. Well, I had the opportunity, as I often do if I have time, to listen back to last week's show.
Okay.
Via the Spreaker.
How was it? Because I did not.
I enjoyed it quite a bit, and what surprised me is that with the revelations that happened last week, I noticed there was no comments whatsoever on any of the Spreaker posts on the Facebook.
Oh, really?
None.
That's pretty weird.
The only comment that I saw was a comment about winning the caption contest that we ran during the show.
Sure.
And I went back and I noticed that there have been 3 or 4 additional captions added since last week.
Oh, nice.
So there were some pretty funny things on there, which I think we should recap a little of that later in the show.
Sure. Because
that was a very good little interactive thing that we did during the show live.
Yeah, it was. That was fun.
It was fun. And did the winners get their CDs sent out?
You know what? I packaged them up, but you know my week, so no. They'll go out on Monday.
Okay, so they have been packaged up and ready to go.
Yep. I just literally, my week was a week. You know, you had sort of a fun week. I guess not that fun, but you at least had a little fun in your week. My week was pretty tough until yesterday. Yesterday I partied my ass off. But
partied your ass off.
Oof, wow. Yeah. It ended up, I knew I had to be typical Chris fashion where I know I have something to do the next morning. I knew I had somewhere to be this morning at 8 a.m. Me and Stephanie were still partying at 3.
3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, by the time I threw her out at 3, threw her and John out of here at 3 o'clock, it was, it was time to get 3 hours of sleep, 3.5 hours of sleep, and then get up and go.
Right.
So you can imagine the weird mood I'm in tonight.
Sure, I can imagine. All right. Well, we do not have any guests tonight.
Yes. I mean, man, I wish there was somebody to talk to.
Well, we didn't have any guests last week.
No, it's good, wasn't it?
Which, that was fine with me.
Yeah, we did.
No. We did have Mekong Delta last week.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Nobody even listened.
Well, which over on the Spreaker, as far as the Spreaker numbers, lowest re-listened to portion of the show last week via the Spreaker. It was.
No one cares. I mean, if I get big guests, maybe. Like I'm gonna be talking to Max Cavalera here in a week or two.
Okay,
and that'll get some listens, obviously, and it'll get us some blabbermouth time and all that stuff. But yeah, if it's some little band, nobody's going to give a shit.
Sure. Well, I noticed that most of the Spreaker things got about 350 to 400 listens apiece.
That's good.
Mekong Delta 220. Which just goes to show you that people just aren't interested in the guests that much.
Not really, but you know, it's how we lure new people in every once in a while. They hear us on the interviews and come over and check it.
Sure.
So where do we at with hits? Are we at like 300,000 yet?
We're at 270 something.
Oh wow, Jesus.
270 something.
Look at us go.
Yeah, I know. I love it. But I did listen to the Spreaker during travel time this week, and having the newfangled phones, we're at 269 334. So we're right. We're almost at the 270 mark.
Did you happen to see who else has Spreaker now?
Yeah, I noticed you threw me a note there in the show notes.
Dicks.
We'll talk about that too.
Oh yeah, we have to play that audio because that's bad on a level that they haven't been as dull as this is.
Right.
Oh boy.
So anyway. All right. Well, I don't know exactly how we want to start the show because I don't want to blow our whole wad in the first segment.
Yeah.
And but I noticed, over the last couple of weeks, our chat room has been everybody's been coming in early.
Yeah, we're getting, usually it's not till like 11 Eastern when people start to flow in, but yeah, we're starting to get from the start. We're starting to have some people.
Right.
Before long, we could be like the Metal Madman. Full chat room. Yeah, 40 weeks in a row.
Madman had 40 in his chat room.
Yeah, you guys didn't.
Madman played the new Rubicon Cross.
Wow.
And Madman had full chat room.
Wow.
And Madman said...
Well, that retard posted on our Facebook today.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
About?
Let me find it. I'll read it. Oh, where's that retard at? Oh, here it is. Come on. There it is. How has the Metal Madman influenced my life? We get to know unknown, rare, and new bands from overseas you won't hear anywhere. Here is an example. I heard King James CD on the show. I liked the song very much. So I put that in my reminder to be on the lookout for this. So while at a flea market, what do I find? But King James CD for $1. I picked it up with many others. And I'm reading this exactly.
I like Toidles.
That's my story. How has the CMS influenced my life? Introduction of funny man Chris Aiken. Thanks.
See, since he knows you hate him,
yeah,
all of his posts are about you.
Of course.
You ever notice that?
Yep, of course.
Because you're the funny man.
Well, if he wants to be your friend, go ahead. He can officially hate me all he wants.
Right.
Fucking Mark Nero. What a fucking doorknob.
Too funny. All right. Well, how do you want to begin this? As I said, I don't want to blow the wad right away.
Well, I could always go for blowing a wad. That's always welcome.
All right. I know how I'm going to start.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. This is something that I wanted to bring to the show a while ago, and I totally forgot about it. And then, was it 2 weeks ago, it was mentioned that the show Louie is coming back on FX.
Right, sure.
And I thought about that, and I was flipping through the Netflix, and remember we were discussing hacky morning radio shows.
Yes, of course.
And I said that there was an episode back in 2012 where Louie CK was calling a radio station in Kansas City because he was going to perform in Kansas City.
Right, sure.
So he called into this hacky morning radio show, and the way that they spoofed the radio show was everything that you and I always talk about as far as hey, it's the hacky radio morning show, waka waka, that kind of stuff.
Is it? Am I wrong in thinking that it's Anthony from O&A that does the voice?
I don't know if it is or not, to be honest with you, but it sounds like Opie being the guy, the producer guy setting Louie up.
Okay.
To talk to the guys on the radio show.
It probably is, because I remember them talking about doing this spot, but I don't think I ever heard it.
And they refer to the girl, the sidekick girl, as the Hole.
Oh yeah, it's definitely them.
So this is look at Demon says good episode, Neeley.
Nice.
All right. So just this little tidbit which made me laugh because I watched this episode when it was brand new.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, God, I got to get that audio for the CMS.
All right, let's check it out.
So here we go. This is Louie CK. This is from 2 seasons ago, calling a hacky radio morning show in Kansas City.
Hello?
Hi, is this Louie?
Yeah.
I'm Jeff. I produced the show. We're going to have you on the air in 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you'll be on with Tracer Pig and The Hole is Diane.
The hole?
You're going to hear some music right now, and then you'll be on with the guys. Just sit tight.
Is that Opie?
That's Opie.
That's definitely Opie.
Oh, yeah.
But Tracer, Pig, and Diane, I think. Tracer, Pig. Tracer, Pig, and The Hole.
Nice. I love it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
That's about it, Diane. Coming down, China. That's what the bag says. Dude! It's Mama Dan Johnson. We got Louie CK on the line.
Hi.
All right.
Hi, Louie.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for coming on the job, Dan. We got to see time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Louie CK is all-time a funny. He's a funny.
Is that Anthony?
That's Anthony. That's hilarious.
Just all kinds of goofy-ass morning radio shows.
I hate to say it, but I've been dealing with some of that with my stupid book.
I'm sure you have.
Oh, it's so bad. You get on it, it's all this fucking dumb talk.
All right.
Dust Dammy is going to be at the Stanford & Son Comedy Club next week from Thursday through Saturday night. You can get tickets by going to stanfordscomedyclub.com.
That's right.
So, Louie, hey, what do you think of the whole clammy damn channel thing going down at the Ratty Dam?
Well, I wouldn't want to be that guy, you know. He's sounds like he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, my God.
Love it, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
What did I do,
well.
Oh, wow, that's a Kramalanko. And what about the guy on the cover of the gym now? You might be a little chatty.
Oh, well, you know, maybe, right?
Louie CK.
That's so bad.
Louie CK is going to be at the Stanford & Sons Comedy Club Thursday through Saturday night. Get your tickets now at stanfordscomedyclub.com. Louie!
Yeah.
You ever go to Damn Penny?
Yeah, sure, I'm a single guy. Why not?
Whoa, there goes a lot
I
tonight.
might wear a couple condoms, though.
Louie CK, a dirty guy. Louie, hey, what do you think of the bada bomb about Kansas City?
Oh, Kansas City. Well, I've been going there to work the clubs for the last 10 years or so.
Uh-huh.
And I'd have to say Kansas City is the worst town I've ever been in. I mean, what a dump, right? It's got to be the worst city in North America, and that includes Mexico and Canada. Hello?
Okay, Louie CK, hey, thanks for coming on the air.
Oh, okay. Hello?
Love it, right?
Oh, dude. I should have, the whole time I've been doing these interviews, I should have been recording some of them. Oh, my God, this is so...
We got Chris Aiken. He's known as a shock jock. That's right. He's
Exactly.
written a book. Good morning, Chris Aiken. Glad to have you on here on the Morning Zoo.
Hey, thanks for having me. And then it just gets into all kinds of ridiculousness, and it's like, well, I know you wrote this book, but who's your favorite guy that you ever interviewed? And it's like, oh, my God, really? Yeah, about my book. Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. Yeah, no, that never gets
So what makes me laugh is obviously people listen to that in the morning, and is that entertainment to people?
I honestly think that, you know what? I think that the level of lazy is off the charts and we don't realize it. I think people are too lazy to change the channel in their car. I think there is an assortment of people out there. There has to be. Otherwise, this kind of fucking radio could not make it. But there has to be people that they get it on a station once, 12 years ago, because it was playing their favorite Nirvana song or whatever the fuck, and they leave it there.
Right.
You know, I mean, how does a guy like fucking Rover's Morning Glory get a fucking audience? He's horrible.
I know he's horrible. I remember when he took over after Howard Stern left terrestrial radio, and he took over Howard Stern's slot, and I listened to it for a week, and that was it. I couldn't take it anymore. I thought, okay, maybe it was like trying to understand King's X.
Right. Sure.
I listened to that and I don't get it. I don't find this funny at all.
Yeah, but dude, it's like, how do guys like I don't know, Bob and Tom or Lanigan and Malone or any of these guys, how do they build an audience? Because people just are too lazy to change the channel. That's the only way.
Well, you remember Lawyer Fred?
Yeah, sure.
He thought Bob and Tom were hysterical.
He's lazy. You know what I mean to say?
He thought they were funny.
And then he thought we were like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, because he sat here on the couch and listened and watched and learned.
Right. I wonder if he still thinks that Bob and Tom are funny.
I don't know. Don't know, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought about that earlier this week, and I thought, I got to go see if somebody has that somewhere on the internet. And sure enough, just that segment alone was out there on YouTube.
That's funny. God.
So,
oh, and I love the whole, oh, you're so dirty.
Yeah. Oh, shut up.
That's too much.
Right. Well, speaking of O&A.
Yeah.
They had an Unmasked with Ron Bennington this week because they're celebrating their 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear it, but I did hear. I listened to them all week, but for whatever reason, I didn't listen to that on Thursday.
Yeah, I listened to it.
How was it?
It was good. It was only an hour long.
Okay,
and they basically recap their career, their 20-year career together.
Sure.
And it was just it was just a cool little kind of question and answer type, tell us about these days at this radio station and how did you move to that station and what happened when you were doing double duty, both terrestrial and satellite, and what happened when in the merger and that kind of stuff.
Boy, those days when they were doing the terrestrial and the satellite at the same time, those are known as the dark days.
Right.
That was the worst they ever were.
Yeah, they had to take a break in the middle of the show and walk down the street to the other studio, and
they broadcast the walk, and so bad. It really wasn't good.
Yeah. So I got to listen to them all week in the car because the car had Sirius in the car.
That's cool.
So that was enjoyable listen, and
sure, I
listened to the CMS in the car because it had the Bluetooth hookup, so I was able to listen to the Spreaker via the iPhone.
Well, that's cool.
So that's cool too. So it's all good.
That's cool. Sounds like you had a productive week.
I did. I had a nice week away from the office. A lot of driven miles, but had all my entertainment at my fingertips while I drove.
And you're looking forward to getting back in the office Monday, aren't
No,
you?
not at all. Not at all.
You don't want to go back and report on your travels?
No, I do not.
No, why? That should be fun. Successful trip.
Sure.
You go back, your boss will praise you for the good work. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting for the first week of June so I could take some vacation time, head over your way, go to Mikey's graduation.
Right.
And do some shopping around, if you know what I mean.
I'm very well aware of what you mean there.
So that's the plan, man.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, I might actually come your way the next week too, because I'm going to be. How far is that dump from your place?
What, Lima?
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's
3 hours.
About 3 hours. Yeah.
I might come up Saturday that week and then just shoot back down because I need to be in Lima on Sunday.
Sure.
So I might come up Saturday and then go and then backtrack that way Sunday.
Yeah, it's about 90 miles to Fort Wayne.
Okay.
And then it's another 60 miles to Lima.
Lima from there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that this week because Steffi's daughter's graduation party is on the 9th.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I'm going to go anyway. So I was like, maybe I'll just go and do the show with you live. And then, 2 weeks of us doing it live. That should be interesting.
Sure.
I think we've ever done that, have we?
Well, is the graduation day going to be a live thing?
What, Mikey's?
Yeah.
No. Mikey's is on a Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday.
June 1st.
The graduation is Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got to head over there Friday, do the show with you Saturday, and then we'll go down Sunday.
Yeah, maybe we'll podcast or whatever for Mikey's graduation.
Sure. All right. Gonna get my ducks in a row and make the trip.
Sounds fun to me.
All right, dude. Well, it is about 45 minutes into the show, so if you are listening to the Classic Metal Show live, that includes you folks over there on the Spreaker, since we broadcast live on the Spreaker.
Yes, we do.
Come over to the chat room, chatandkill.com. Chatandkill.com. Just spell it out. Chatandkill.com. Just sign in with your Google account, your Twitter account, your Facebook account, your what else? Chatwing account. If you got any of those at all, you can just sign into this thing with any one of those.
Sure.
And it's pretty quick, efficient, easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
No problems with it.
Yeah, and I know we've had a lot of people looking for like bonus features, like being able to upload profiles and pictures and all that. That's over at meatspin.com. meatspin.com. That's where all the bonus material is.
Right. Oh, speaking of domains and things.
Yeah.
I have the Beer, Chicks, and Politics domain coming up due for renewal. Yeah. And I'm wondering if I should renew it or let it go.
I think you let that one go.
You think so?
That dude's long since gone.
Oh, it's not that I'm trying to keep it from him. I was just wondering if I should just keep it for shits and giggles.
I don't know. See, I'm coming up with rockandrollgeekshow.com too is due in May.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I really care?
Beer, Chicks, and Politics.
You know, I mean, you've had that one for a while now.
Yeah, well, I've had it since 07.
Yeah, so, Jesus Christ.
When he was trying to buy it, and I went and bought it out from under him, like, the minute he mentioned it.
He said it on his show.
I went and bought it while he's talked about it on his show.
Those guys made a disgusting homosexual website.
It's so funny. Yeah, we're going to set up a website, and we're going to buy beerchicksandpolitics.com. Oh, no, you're not.
No, you're not, because we just did.
How great was that I bought that thing right then and there?
And then, but it was even more great the next week when he came on and talked about the disgusting porn site that we built.
It was gone. We went to go buy it, and it was already gone.
Yeah. So then he bought something that was so ridiculous no one could ever remember it. Well, I forget what it was. It was like Dirtheads OKC dirttalk.com or
right.
something.
I think it was dirttalkokc.com or something like that.
Yeah, it was something horrible that nobody was going to ever remember.
Right.
It was something, kind of like redrainrva.com.
Right, exactly.
Same premise.
Sure. All right. Well, anyway, we are live in the chat room, so if you want to jump in there and be a part of the show, please do.
Yeah.
We've got a nice little crowd going already.
Yeah, although now Howard Ross in the chat room asking for tunes. Now we're going to talk for the rest of the fucking show.
Yeah.
Now, pal.
So,
playing any tunes.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to get my first drink of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'll get my fourth.
What? So, being it's a hallowed holiday.
Yes.
For the Christians among the group.
Mm-hmm. So What by Metallica?
Any plans for tomorrow?
I'm doing the dinner thing with my mom.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm running over to the girl's house with a plate of food after because she's pretty laid up.
I gotcha.
So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And the rest of it, I'm going to do the thing in the morning. And I got so much work to do that I just, I'll celebrate Easter by working.
Right. So you'll celebrate the God-given gifts you've been given.
That's right. I'll keep getting those gifts.
Right.
By working.
The gift that's been bestowed upon you.
That's right.
To be able to generate income through your fingers and your knowledge and your ability to think.
That's right. What about you? You doing anything?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Just hanging.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. Now that your sister left the area, now you ain't got nobody there.
Why don't you just keep reminding me?
Hey,
this is why I got to do some shopping around in June.
Maybe you could go and hang out with your boss.
Yeah.
Do you think they celebrate Easter?
No, of course not. They're Hindu.
Muhammad didn't do anything on Easter?
I think that's a Hindu. That's not a Hindu thing.
Do they celebrate Good Friday since that's when they actually killed Jesus off?
No.
No, is that not how that works?
I don't think so.
I figured maybe they liked that day.
Nope, not that's not the belief system.
Well, that's too bad because a good bowl of curry would have done you right after that week of travel.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to let you pick a tune, man.
All right. How about Jesus? How about Another Lost Weekend from American Dog?
Oh, nice. And what made you think of that?
I was listening to the worst interview that we've ever done with one of the members of American Dog earlier today.
Was it Steve Theotto?
Yes. Did you hear that this afternoon?
I didn't hear it this afternoon, but I do recall the interview where it was like can't get nothing out of this guy.
Oh, dude, it was like pulling teeth out of an infant's mouth.
Yeah, no kidding.
There was just nothing there.
Right.
It was so tough, but I love Steve anyway, and I just wish that guy especially would be the guy that he is when we hang out with him.
Right.
Because when we hang out with him, he never shuts up.
Right.
He's a ton of fun.
And he's a fantastic guitarist.
Oh, he's an awesome guitar player. But I mean, when you hang out with him, he's totally fun. And then he's one of those guys that just chokes up on a microphone.
Sure.
Big time. And love Steve to death, but man, I was listening to that interview, and it was and Hannon always tries to get him on the phone with us.
Right.
Because he knows that he's a funny guy.
Right.
But then he gets on the phone and says, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
Yeah.
And you were asking him all these questions about why they were bringing the drummer back into the band after he got married or something.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that." And you were like, "Well, why don't you want to talk about that? You kicked him out of the band for it." "Oh, we're still friends. I don't want to talk about that." I was like, I was just rolling listening to it. It was cringe radio at its finest.
But that's one of the things about Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I just standing there watching him play.
Oh yeah,
he's just one of those guys. It's just like, holy shit, this guy is really good.
He's amazing, and he's very fluid. He doesn't even look like he's trying.
No, he's like Warren DeMartini, the way that he just makes it look so effortless.
He definitely does.
So he's an amazing guitarist, but not good on the mic.
Yep, not at all. That's why he plays guitar.
Right. All right, well, let's jump into a couple tunes. Join us in the chat room, chatandkill.com, and we'll come back. So for those of you who are not necessarily doing anything, here's another Lost Weekend from our house band, American Dog, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.